Last week, a judge in Fulton County, Georgia, decided to throw out a lawsuit that was attempting to force Fulton County to conduct a widespread ballot audit of the 2020 election in the county. And the judge looked at this and said, you don't have any evidence of really anything, but most importantly, obviously, you can't show any kind of injury. You can't show any kind of damage. So I cannot allow this lawsuit to go forward because you have no evidence. And this happened on Wednesday. Marjorie Taylor Greene, also from the state of Georgia, flipped the hell out. And during an appearance on right-wing media, of course, proclaimed this to be devastating news. That's what she said. It's devastating news. Here's more. The case has been dismissed for lack of standing. They're saying the plaintiffs have not established that they have received injury. If wide open borders, a complete invasion at our border, the catastrophe in Afghanistan, arming the Taliban nation with $85 billion worth of our military equipment, abandoning Americans, if that's not an injury, what is injury? And that is the direct results of election fraud. Everybody knows it. She also said that the lack of audits in Republican-controlled states was unforgivable. Unforgivable. See, Marjorie, here's what you may not know. Georgia's already done a recount. Georgia's already done signature verification. Georgia has literally already gone through all of the steps that they needed to go through to verify that their election results were 100% accurate. They've done all that. And Donald Trump still lost. Okay, you can't change that. Just because you're not happy about what happened there doesn't mean you can go whine and cry about a lawsuit that, by the way, you weren't even involved in. And if you want to talk about injuries and lawsuits, how about we talk about the issue of climate change, where we have thousands of Americans who die premature deaths every single year directly related to the pollution coming out of coal-fired power plants, coming from the burning of fossil fuels. We know that those injuries exist, but those have been tossed out of court because you can't prove who did the injury. But those are actually real injuries. You're talking about things that, hey, every administration basically does. There were plenty of immigrants coming across the southern border during the Trump administration. Remember, he threw them in those little cages that Biden is still using today, by the way, folks. So do we get to sue Trump for that, Marjorie? Because if you're going to push that every stupid thing a president does is grounds for a lawsuit against them to overturn their election, then bring it on. Because no president in United States history would stay in office. That's why we have these, rules for what constitutes a legitimate injury in a lawsuit, Marjorie. But she knows that. Actually, you know what? I don't think she does know that. I think she's an idiot. I think she is out there whining and crying and pissing and moaning because she thinks that's what Donald Trump wants her to do. So Marjorie, you can continue thinking that you were Donald Trump's ally. You can continue going out there and fighting his own fights for him. But when the chips are down, he is not going to come to your rescue. He hasn't done it this year. I know he said a few kind words about you here and there. But if you ever actually legitimately needed his help, he wouldn't answer that phone call. Just remember that. And if you don't believe me, take a look at people like Sidney Powell. Take a look at Rudy Giuliani. Take a look at your good buddy Matt Gaetz. Donald Trump has abandoned everyone who has ever stood up for him. And you eventually will be no different. You'll just be the whack job member of Congress who's pushing phony lawsuits to help a man who wouldn't give you the time of day. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.